In this video, I'm going to be discussing cloud storage, the cloud storage that we will be using for this semester and throughout your Bryan and Stratton career. It's more than likely going to be Microsoft OneDrive. And a brief introduction about OneDrive. OneDrive allows you to save, create files, share files in the cloud. And this has been helpful because not too long ago, if you needed to save and share a file with a colleague or a boss or whoever, um, there were several things you had to do. If it was a Microsoft Word document, you would have to have Word or some type of processing software to create the file. And then you would either have to save it on your hard drive or save it to a flash drive. Then you would have to send it off if it was saved on your hard drive or the flash drive. If you wanted to send it as an email, you would have to send it as an attachment in an email. Or you could have saved the file to a thumb or flash drive or to the hard drive, and then you could have printed it off and then actually hand it to whoever needed it. With OneDrive, all of these things are easier. You can create the file in the cloud. You can share it with colleagues, other classmates, your instructors, to your bosses. You can share it in the cloud. It's all streamlined. Um, OneDrive is a part of Microsoft Office 365. You can describe Microsoft OneDrive as the online hub for, again, creating, saving, and sharing files using cloud stored technology. Each Microsoft Office 365 user, which you as a student, part of your technology fees or part of your fees go towards you being a user of Office 365. You are provided online cloud storage space where you can save files, where you can create files, where you can share files, whether the file is a Office document or it's a photo or video. You can save it there and you can share it with whomever you need to share it with. It allows you to gain access to those files regardless of where you are in the world. If you have access to the internet um, and you log in to OneDrive, you have access to it. You can share, again, you can create documents, you can share documents, you can save documents, and you can print from OneDrive. So some people are concerned about whether OneDrive is safe. When saving important information online, um, you might be worried about it being compromised. Anytime you work on any type of software or cloud storage, you want to try to make sure that you're on a safe computer, a computer that you trust, um, that has the necessary firewalls, that has the necessary virus protection. So it's only as safe as you make it. Um, OneDrive does allow you to, again, save files. Before, if you saved it on your hard drive, if that computer crashed or that hard drive crashed and you couldn't get back into it, well, any files that you had saved on that hard drive were pretty much gone. And same goes for a flash drive or a thumb drive. If you lose that flash drive or OneDrive, those files that you have on there, unless they're backed up somewhere, they're gone. So we're going to go over a few ways to access OneDrive, and then I'm going to create some folders and some files and show you how to share those files. So the first way I'm going to talk about accessing OneDrive, I'm going to go into the internet. You can use any browser, whether it's Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Google Chrome, whatever you decide to use. And in the address field, you're going to type OneDrive.com, which will take you to the OneDrive homepage. You can click sign in here, or you can click sign in there. And you're going to enter your your email address to get in. And it should take you to, so usually I recently logged into OneDrive, so it's not going to ask me for two-factor authentication, but generally you will see two-factor authentication where either you're going to get a phone call or you're going to get a text message with a code that allows you to get logged in, and then it's going to ask you for a password. But I just recently logged off. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder, and that folder is going to be named created for OneDrive recording. And you can see the folder is created. It has a little icon for the new created. I see the name, when it was last modified, who last modified it, how many documents are inside the folder, and whether or not it's private or shared. And we'll go over how to share a file or a folder shortly. So I'm going to click on here, and inside this folder, I'm going to create 3 documents. First document is going to be the Word document. So again, I'm just going to plus the new button, and I'm going to type create it. So as I'm typing, you'll notice that it says that it's saving. Then it goes to save. Create it for OneDrive recording. And it's saving. If I wanted to change the name, so Word document, enter. So you see the name change there. All right, so if I wanted to go back to OneDrive and see how it looks, I'm going to click on OneDrive. Actually, I already had it open. All right, so you see it says Word document. I could also rename it by clicking on the little 3 dots there, going down here to rename. And then I'm just going to add for OneDrive recording, and then click enter. So you see the name changed. I can open it, and I can just start making corrections or editing it as I want to. And I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to close out of this tab too, so I don't have too many open up at the top. Make sure I'm recording. Yep. All right, so the next file I'm going to create is the Excel file. And I'm not going to put anything extravagant in here. I'm just going to, I'll use this. Well, let's go to new. And let me see. Weekly timesheet. All right, so again, look up here. It says save. As I start typing in the field, see it says it went from save to saving. All right, so I can close out of that, and I'll close out of this, go back in here, and you see immediately the file created. And I'm going to rename it to Excel worksheet for OneDrive recording. You see the name, you see when it was last modified, who modified it, the file size, as well as whether it's private or shared. I'll get into sharing the files very shortly. Last document I'm going to create is the PowerPoint presentation. Right here, go to new. Actually, oh, I like this one right here. All right, and I guess I'll change the name in here. Create it for OneDrive recording. Enter and close. And if it doesn't show up immediately, you can do a Control R, which refreshes the screen, or you can click the refresh button right here. All right, so I have my two. Oh, let me rename that. It's PowerPoint presentation for OneDrive recording. Rename. All right, so there's 3 different ways that I'm going to show you how to share the file. The first way is by clicking on Share File up here. And I'll go in and type and test message. And then I'm going to click Send. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my Outlook. And as the files come through, okay, so there's the first one. And if I wanted to open it, so there's the first file, the PowerPoint file. Now, there's sometimes when you do share files, you don't want people to be able to edit them. So you'll send them a link. And we'll click here. And I can also block it from being downloaded, but I'm not going to do that. Click Apply. Oh. Boom. Now apply. And it gave me a link. So it says people you specify can view me. All right, and then I can just go into my email. I'm going to send this to myself. Always use something descriptive. In the subject line. Spell. And I'm going to paste that in there. Send. All right, so I just got the email. And if I click on it, so I can only view it and it's shared. So there's another way. Okay, so the second way to share a file is to actually click on the little share icon right there. And I can do pretty much the same thing. So I'm just gonna let's see, can view. So there's another way you can turn the editing off. Right there. Test message. Send. All right, it was sent. All right, so I got the Excel test message. This link only works for the direct recipient, so only the person who receives it. Open it up. All right, so we have an Excel document. All right, and then the third way, oh, I should close that. The third way is to, let me unselect that. Click on those 3 dots. Click share. Again, I can turn off editing where they can't make changes and it's just they can view it, or I can keep editing on. Test message. Send. And I need to open up Outlook. So notice I'm going between OneDrive and Outlook, and you can do the same thing for any app you want to open. As long as you can get to OneDrive, you can get to Outlook, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Microsoft Teams. You can get to those, and I actually pointed those out because those are the majority of the apps that you will be using during your Brian and Stratton career. So you can see I got the email, and I'm going to open it, and I can actually start typing. And as I'm typing, you see it changes from save to saving. Test message. And once I'm done typing, I can just close. I'll keep Outlook open. And you see as the time goes by, the modified time, last modified time changes. So the last time that file was modified was 7 minutes ago, or a few seconds ago. I had to refresh the screen because I did make some changes to that file. So you see it says that I changed it. And over here in the sharing, you see it doesn't say private anymore. It says shared. If I click on that, it's going to tell me all the people that have access to this. And I can turn the sharing off if I wanted to. Stop sharing, and private. So it went back to stop sharing. And click on it. I see that there's no sharing going on here. And see, the last time it was modified was almost a minute ago. If I wanted to download the file, I can do it a couple of different ways here. I can click on download, and you see it downloaded, and it probably downloaded it to my downloads folder. Yep, there it is. Another way to download is to click the little three dots, select download, and open file. Again, that file is being saved into my downloads folder. There it is. And then the third way to download is to right mouse click onto it, click download. And if I wanted to open file and location, I click on the little folder, and you see that it's telling me, or you see my file right here. And this, again, is in my downloads folder. Let me see some other things. Again, you can print from here. I don't have a printer set up, so I can click on those little three dots. I don't have access to any printers. I don't have any printers set up. I can click print up here, or I can right mouse click and select print. If I wanted to delete the file, I can delete it. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Once I delete it, it should appear in the recycle bin. So you see it's in the recycle bin. So anytime if you make a mistake and delete the file, like I didn't make a mistake and delete it, I actually meant to delete it. Always look over here in the recycle bin, and I could restore this file. So I'm gonna select the file, or I can right mouse click on it, but I'm just gonna select it and click restore. And it should restore it back to where let me see, where did it put it? Oh, there it is. Just have to refresh. Keep in mind, if you don't see a file, you could either click the refresh button or do Control R, and that will refresh the screen. Let me see, is there anything else you need to know? Oh, if you click on the eye, it kind of gives you kind of the steps that you took while you were in OneDrive, all the way back 13 minutes ago. It says that I created the folder, then I created a Word document, then I renamed the Word document, then I made some changes to Excel. I created Excel, I edited Excel, I created the PowerPoint, I edited PowerPoint. So it gives you a list, a history of activities that you perform. So this is OneDrive in a nutshell. We'll have some time throughout the semester to use OneDrive a lot more. I just wanted to put together a video They kind of give you a brief description and explanation of OneDrive and how it can be used to help you throughout the semester.